It's like EG doesn't know who to help, where to cover, and what to do as 100 Thieves clean it up. 2 maps to none.
It's an impossibility, isn't it? How the hell do you find a way forwards? 10 seconds remaining. The spike out of his grasp. So close, yet so far for him.
Digizine on 1, slides back, tries to get into a good position, but he's just squashed by 2 players of Sentinels.
He's up in the thick of it now. But he has to move in, and now they've realized he's there. Superman is out, NRG have done it. Series win of the stage, advance to 2-2, and eliminate Evil Geniuses from playoffs contention.
Hey guys, it's Potter. Going into stage 1, the expectations and the excitement was really high. Corbin and I were getting the band back together, so to speak, and we were getting Douglas on board. The talent was there, so we were very excited and high expectations going into stage 1 for sure.
My expectation for me and the team was definitely not going 0-5. We felt pretty confident in going against the teams that we were, facing in stage 1. Obviously, the results didn't pan out the way we wanted. All we gotta do is eyes forward now.
Going into stage 1, I feel like individually, I expected a lot more for myself. I expected to get some wins in, make it to London, win London, and unfortunately, that's not the case.
I think we lost your confidence for individual and the team. So that's so hard playing the game when you don't feel comfortable. I felt that stage 1.
The biggest standout thing was that in the beginning of the year, we definitely felt those improvements. Even though we lost those first couple matches, they were very close. And noticing that our competition was just outscaling us and clearly getting better than us as our matches went by was pretty frustrating for all of us.
We were losing to ourselves for the most part, I think other teams were just ahead of us, like our Kryptonite 100 Thieves, I want to beat those guys so bad, but I think going into the game against 100 Thieves, because we want to beat them so bad that sometimes we get into our own heads, that we didn't do things like we game planned. And I think that was pretty frustrating for me.
The biggest lesson I took away from stage 1, and I think we all learned pretty quickly, is this is still a team game, and no matter how much talent there is, you really have to lean on each other, and that trust, it has to be built and it has to be maintained. Coming into 2026, a lot of our game planning was definitely around the double controller, and put a lot of emphasis on making sure had flexible young players that were up to the task. But I think as we started playing, it became much more clear that we had role clashes in the team, especially because this double duelist just seemed to work out better for us. And so I think our identity shifted going into the middle of the beginning part of 2026. In the beginning, it was definitely double controller-esque. But yeah, that identity led to challenging identity clashes for sure.
Honestly, I always tell people, losing is learning. And we did a lot of learning in stage 1. So, the biggest lesson that I learned in stage 1 is how to become a better leader going into stage 2. Because I feel like I was lacking that a little bit in stage 1. One of my biggest roles on this team is to be a leader for the guys. And in stage 1, I failed to do that. So during this offseason and leading into stage 2, I'm gonna become a better leader, and I'm gonna show that in stage 2.
I feel like the biggest lesson for myself is to just always trust myself and always trust the team, because at the end of the day, we're the only things that we have for each other, and just being able to have that trust with one another and have that trust in myself is gonna get us a lot further than we actually think.
If I have one idea, I wanna 100% commit that, because I've been playing for many years, so right now I don't wanna change that.
Despite the results, we still maintained a great team culture and built that effort from everyone coming in. It's really tough to maintain that, especially when you're losing, and having everyone be on the same page, it's a challenging thing. And so I'm still proud of us. I think even though we lost, everyone that was in that practice room, we are all walking away from it, growing and learning from it for sure.
I feel like I kept a positive mindset going throughout all of stage one and just making sure that I was someone that was there in our practice days and for our matches, and just making sure that I just wanted to keep myself accountable for what I was doing. And I feel like me being there was a big step for myself.
Practicing every single day for 2 months, it's a lot of time playing. It's so annoying, I can't lie. Like for me, I just excited for play because it's the sport. Everyone I want to be there, you know. So yeah, I feel ready now and excited.
The team since then has changed quite a bit. We have a new assistant coach, we have a new IGL, and a new flex player. So 2 new players and a new assistant coach.
Pancakes and Zerona. And I mean, it's definitely a big change from what we had for stage one. I feel like we're just getting used to it right now, and there's results that are gonna come from it.
Their promotion coming out from the academy team, it all happened really fast. And much like a lot of great things, it happened under pressure. It happened under pressure where a decision had to be made in a short amount of time. And Pancakes and Zerona came highly recommended from our GM Soham. And right after that first day of practice, because we only had a few days to prepare for the crew match, it was immediate. I could tell right away exactly why Soham had such high praise for these 2 guys. So yeah, immediately could see exactly what they could bring to the table.
Zerona talks too much and like always saying something like very fun. When you have new peoples, it's a new energy, you know. I can't lie, sometimes you feel like cooked, you know. When you bring like new energy, yeah. I think every single day I have like good moments with the new guys and the old people here. Every single day is a blessing for me here.
With Pancakes and Zerona, it was really clear from the start that they were really dedicated to play for the team and to play for the systems, to highlight already kind of what we built in the beginning of the year. And they meshed really well with Douglas especially. And with Douglas learning English from the beginning of the year, it was a huge challenge getting him comfortable and finding ways to have him shine.
How do you think your communication has gotten better in the last year?
Right now, it's better than 100p because I can understand and like try to speak something. But some moments it's hard for me because I have an idea. But when I try to speak in English and everything, like it's hard for me because the words is different, you know. Coach said for me, she's like very proud. I was okay. I think like hard works pay offs. That's my mindset. I feel like more comfortable right now. Just some words is hard for me because I'm from Brazil and Rio de Janeiro. When the words have like air, I can't hear. In America, it's different. You need to say real. It's so hard for me. So yeah, the people said for me, it's okay for understanding me. I'm keep trying, you know, try my best. That's it.
It absolutely impacted inside of the game and outside of the game for sure, for everyone. I think especially for my core in Bao, Douglas, and Fat. These 3 all of a sudden had 2 players who were willing to sacrifice a lot more and really play for the team and build and buy into that team culture. And so I'm seeing Fat, Douglas, and Bao really kind of blossom and be more comfortable themselves. And so Jay and Jake have that kind of luxury, or rather talent, to make these 3 shine. And so it's been really great.
This was probably not the way you wanted your rookie year to start. What do you think was personally holding you back from performing?
I feel like a lot of it was just me being in my own head, especially as it is my rookie year. And just like, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but yeah, I mean, just being in my own head, especially since it's my rookie year, I just felt like a little bit of imposter syndrome and not sure if I actually belonged. But now, like for stage 2, I just realized like, well, I need to really lock in if I like want this to go somewhere. I feel like that's the biggest thing about getting used to the stage, is just the pressure, which I mean, it's hard to recreate, but at the same time, like everything just starts in the practice room. So just making sure that, I mean, we're focused and wanting to win. I think that's the biggest thing.
What did stage 1 ask of you as one of the more experienced players on the team?
This last stage was probably one of the hardest stages I've, competed in. To be able to, just to stay in it, to believe. Obviously, I didn't have the best performances in stage 1, and I feel like that's like one of the biggest reasons why we played how we played. But, it's a team game at the end of the day. As a veteran, I feel like all I could do is to show, leadership, like I said earlier. Had a bad split, so what? It happens. Let's gonna do better in stage 2.
The biggest improvements I've seen in the team since stage 1 is definitely us buying into the team identity and fundamentals. Fundamentals is still king, especially in this game that's filled with so many variables. And so we've been really hashing down on those fundamentals, and we've improved drastically on it. So I'm excited. I can't believe it's already happening in a week from now. So we're feeling ready, we're feeling prepared.
It's not up to the fans on whether or not they want to support us or not, but I feel like we have potential to be a really good team, and if the fans are there to support it, then we appreciate everything. And I mean, for stage 2, I'm expecting a lot of wins to come, and just for everybody to be surprised about what we have.
Fans should absolutely still believe in this team because we are hungrier than ever. We have so much more to prove going in towards the end of this year. And we have to do it. We have to execute. The time is now. Stick with us. We need your energy. And yeah, I have full faith.
Well, I think the most important thing, turn a losing team to a winning one is to learn from your losses. I feel like a lot of things have been going really well in practices, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've been cooking. Everyone's trying their hardest in the server every single day. A lot to be excited for.